Hi, welcome to She Spice. It appears as though things are surrounding Jay-Z as individuals in the music business are beginning to show who he truly is. Rumors from far and wide suggest that Puma and 50 Cent are presently essential for this gathering and aren't keeping away from saying that Jay-Z could contribute to Diddy's flow issues. So what precisely did they say during a new meeting? Jaguar made a few in-number cases implying that Jay-Z did a good job in presenting to Diddy. These assertions have led to a ton of discussions and hypotheses in the music world. Jaguar, known for expressing her real thoughts, didn't keep down as she discussed the supposed control and double-dealing in the music business in the meeting. Jaguar posed significant inquiries diving into the time and purposes for Diddy's flow circumstance. So, for what reason does Puffy? For what reason does everything come to head now? And why now, since he's the okay as of now? During her genuine discussion, Wright compared the treatment of quarrelsome figures in business to what occurred with R. Kelly, implying a potential example coordinated by Jay-Z when examined concerning who may be the following. Objectives in this supposed series of arranged occasions, Wright straightforwardly raised Diddy brushes, suggesting that Jay-Z may be behind, setting him up for a defeat. You all don't see the setup, but we definitely see the arrangement. I'm simply holding on to see who's next. Jay-Z is setting Daddy up. Wright proceeded to detail a grouping of supposed controls by Jay-Z, referring to past partners and colleagues as per her cases. Jay-Z had arranged figures like Damon Runn and the late famous Huge, probably taking their lives and characters. These allegations deliver a complicated account of betrayal and influence elements. Inside the music business higher classes, he arranged for D. Shelter to take his life and character. He arranged for Enormous L to take his life and personality. He arranged for Woman Run. He took his life character, and he took his adoration. Wright expressed his portrayal of determined activities against key figures in rap history. The most stunning declaration made by Wright was her hint that Jay-Z will likely be the most compelling figure in the music business. He needs to be the one she guaranteed, alluding to Jay-Z's supposed craving for predominance or control inside. In the account of these high-profile episodes, is there any reality to what Jaguar is asserting all around? We should begin with an instance of DMX. Realize we don't have the foggiest idea. What do you mean, you don't know? How would you stand by listening to an entire collection, picking a solitary shot, and then not knowing? Okay, I see what's great about you attempting to kill the opposition, you know, because at first you resigned, you realized, and then you got me off the mark. Now you're back rapping again. Okay, me, it's all great. That is all great. Applause Yorku. Jay-Z's word on the road is that influence couple Beyonce and Jay-Z could have had something to do with DMX's end. I realize it's stunning, yet obviously 50 Cent wasn't astounded at all. What does he have? At least some idea that we don't currently recall the legendary rap fight between Jay-Z and DMX. Once upon a time, the two titans of the business clashed in the Bronx, and their contention immediately turned into the stuff of legend. Yet evidently things could have taken a dangerous turn between the two. He's pointing fingers at Beyonce and Jay-Z, blaming them for playing a part in DMX's less-than-ideal passing. You see, the music business was profoundly impacted in 2021 when the insight about DMX's passing went bankrupt, with reports showing that the notorious rapper had died from an excess. Yet here's the million-dollar question. Was his excess simply a terrible mishap? Consider the possibility that there's more going on. Some conjecture that the way to unwind the secret of DMX's less-than-ideal end lies in following the cash who remained to acquire the most monetarily from his passing. He is gifted, yet he has no heart behind it. There's no spirit behind it. It's propelled by cash. The online Gap plant went into overdrive not long after DMX's demise, with reports proposing that Jay-Z and Beyonce had gobbled up the privileges to his music as the bits of gossip kept on coursing doubt developed that the couple remained to acquire a fortune from DMX's end. Yet what might be said about DMX's children, assuming the hypotheses were valid, they could pass up the abundance their dad had endeavored to gather all through his profession. It's a really unfortunate circumstance, and one that DMX himself had long thought the rapper had forever been careful about Jay-Z's cash-hungry ways, and the supposed acquisition of his lords by the influence couple would appear to affirm his most horrendously terrible feelings of dread. And it's not DMX that has been on Jay's hit rundown. There have likewise been discusses Jay-Z's job in Tupac's passing sneak homeboy. An unmistakable rapper has as of late uncovered charming data about Tupac and Jay-Z, two of the greatest names in hip bounce. As per Sneak, the pressure between the two symbols was not just restricted to their common enthusiasm for music, but also to their old flames. He charges that Jay-Z feared losing Beyoncé to the unbelievable Tupac. Tupac's fleeting ascent to distinction in the music business is a demonstration of his unmatched ability and craftsmanship. His music was truly amazing, and not very many rappers could verge on matching his degree of expertise. It's no big surprise that he earned such broad respect and esteem, as per Sneak. Homie, in the event that Tupac were as yet alive today, a considerable amount of the flow rap whizzes probably won't find success as they may be presently with his monstrous ability and dazzling moxie. Tupac was genuinely unique. I generally arrive at the determination that a ton of craftsmen wouldn't be as large as they may be on the off chance that they were here, and that was with no disregard, as only certain paths opened up for craftsmen when they were gone. Sneak likewise proposes that Tupac's grievous passing opened the entryway for any semblance of Jay-Z to make the degree of progress they have today. Numerous different rappers would have attempted to contend with Tupac, assuming he were still around after Tupac's passing. Jay-Z, in the end, set to the side his well-established fight with the late rapper. Regardless of making a tune, Tupac Jay-Z eventually decided not to deliver it. The tune's maker has since made sense of why it was never made public. It never emerged, keeping in mind the way that he and Jay did a record going at Pac. Yet similarly, as it was going to come out, Tupac kicked the bucket. We performed it, but we performed it once you need to comprehend the load of emotional baggage. It's very much like he needed to perform it. Tupac was a monumental figure, both as far as his size and his prevalence among fans and ladies, and even his kindred rappers recognized that he was the greatest name in the rap business with the capacity to prevail over any young lady. He wanted to make some guess that assuming Tupac were still alive, he could have wound up with Beyoncé, which might have caused Jay-Z to feel undermined and inspired him to hurt Tupac at any rate. One more strategy that Jay-Z has been blamed for utilizing to dispose of contests is offering out specialists to the federal authorities, you see. Jay delegated Desiree Perez, a notable narc, as chief of his diversion organization. Prior to entering the music business, Perez was engaged with the game in 1994. She was captured in Miami for ownership of 35 keys to Griselda Blanco, yet in return for the proposal of no years in jail, the Stone Country chief consented to wear a wire and turned into a bureaucratic witness for the implementation organization. Perez assisted the DEA with securing extensive measures of Hispanic Americans engaged in the Miami wars and turned on low-level partners of Griselda Blanco Fabio. And even Pablo Escobar working with the police is exceptionally disliked in hip-jump culture. With tracks, for example, FTH Police and Ice-T's Cop Care being so well known, it came as a shock to numerous when Jay chose to bring Desiree into his circle in 2015 during an appearance on the Morning Meal Club. Jay-Z's previous Rockefeller partner Damon Runn told the hosts that once a person has specific companions, we don't discuss him any longer where I'm from. He additionally expressed that it would be impossible for him to do future business with Jay-Z because of his association with Perez. Desiree was the spouse of Jay-Z's old buddy Juan Perez, a Harlem local whom Jay-Z met during the 1990s and started a new business with. Together, they opened a progression of sports bars, including the notorious 4040 Club. Desiree went about acting as an advertiser for these different clubs with the assistance of Juan. She rose from a part-time club administrator to a record organization chief, and in 2018, Jay-Z made her head working official of rock country. In 2019, she was elevated to chief, although previous President Donald Trump exonerated Perez of her violations in 2021 and cleaned up her crook record. Jay-Z lost the admiration of hip bounce by employing and advancing a notable narc who put individuals in a correctional facility. In any case, by recruiting a narc, the whole music industry was persuaded that Jay-Z offered out his specialists and rivals to the federal authorities. One individual who Jay-Z purportedly sold out was vocalist R. Kelly for setting right after his condemnation to 30 years in jail for stabbing and racketeering. The shamed artist, as of late, recorded an allure in his New York bureaucrats' wrongdoings case. Archives uncovered by TMZ uncovered that the 56-year-old craftsman had advanced various. Subscribe She Spice for more videos.